My name is Captain Heather Kelly. I am a captain in the Air National Guard and a mighty KC-135 aircraft commander. I am directly responsible for bringing fuel to the fight and amassed 100 combat missions and almost 750 combat hours in my nearly 8 years of service. I am a proud wife to a fellow Air Force captain and a mother of 2 loving children. Recently, I had the good fortune to receive an interview for a first officer or co-pilot position with Delta Airlines. Also, I have been the recipient of 2 scholarships from the Women in Aviation, one from Delta Airlines in 2006 and another from FedEx for a 7576 type rating in 2018. I am incredibly fortunate and thankful for every day for the opportunities I am presented with. In my 8 years of service, I have faced a couple of challenges to my loyalty for my unit. One incident I experienced with a male pilot in a position of power, and the other with a male boom operator on my aircrew. Both incidences provided me with a tremendous amount of adversity to learn from and challenged my loyalty to its extreme limits. In a male-dominated career field, I have faced challenges on a daily basis. The most significant challenge I persevered through was one on a cross-country, in which I traveled from Alaska to Washington, D.C., and then California before returning to Alaska, all in the span of 5 days. During an overnight, my crew and I decided to hit up Busch Gardens, then followed with a restaurant to grab some dinner after a long day. I was the driver and not partaking in libations. However, my fellow pilot did. After dinner, he decided it was appropriate time to relay his feelings on women in the cockpit. He explained how women could not possibly contribute to the unit as much as men do because they have to take care of the home. They cannot possibly give all to the unit because the children they bear. Tears began to well up as I attempted to hold back every ounce of anger for these misogynistic views. I took a deep breath and gathered myself to address the most professional way possible and let him know I did not appreciate his comments. You see, I became a single mother at 15, finished high school, awarded my bachelor's, commissioned and received my aircraft commander rating, all while being a mother and woman. Not once have I lost my currency or not remained qualified to fly due to family responsibilities. However, the men in my unit frequently do so. I relayed his arrogant, closed-minded comments to my supervisor, who eventually relayed them to our commander. While my supervisor was livid, I was more measured. Then the real challenge to my loyalty came. My commander brought me in, questioned me, shamed me. He asked, "What did you do to provoke him?" Taken back, I gathered myself once more and proudly replied, "Nothing. I was blamed for the incident, and nothing visible or public ever happened to this narrow-minded pilot." Instead, he was promoted to an instructor pilot position, where his word and view of women in the cockpit determines the career-impacting fate of my female counterparts. And I, on a daily basis, if he does not like something we do, he can fail us, which will follow us the rest of our careers in the military and throughout our civilian aviation endeavors. How do I stay loyal to a unit who does not regularly or unconditionally have my back? How do I stay loyal to a unit who blames the victim instead of the accused? This was just a verbal assault. What would happen if it were physical or sexual in nature? I truly do not know. However, my female companions keep me coming back and giving strong for them and show them that despite the adversity, our mission is the best in the Air Force inventory. Another challenge came more recently during a deployment. Another female and I were co-aircraft commanders. Our third and final crew member was a male boom operator in charge of providing fuel to the aircraft needing it. and a third set of eyes for our safety concerns. It is imperative we are a cohesive, well-oiled, and fit machine on every mission. Our boom operator prescribed drugs. After several talks, we decided the mission was more important and we needed to press on with its accomplishments. The troops we are helping are the reason why we are there. This went on for a month or so, and we endured his view of needing some, and I quote, testosterone in the cockpit. I was furious, but contained it all inside to prevent elevating the situation. We made it back to our home unit and addressed with our leadership to keep it all in-house. Then the challenge came. Instead of praising our decision, they questioned it and asked how we emasculated him. Even threatened our aircraft commander ratings, which would have destroyed our aspirations in the military as well as civilian. It was heartbreaking to me, provided with yet another incident of aggression towards women by almost all in our unit. I love to fly, and my unit provides me the opportunity. They deem me fit to command missions, and are enabling me to provide for my family and reach my dreams in a way my civilian career would never allow. Loyalty to my unit remains strong because of those I help in combat, every combat air patrol, close air support mission, or medical evacuation. This is the true reward for my loyalty. It remains firmly in place for the women in my unit, the mission I am